Welcome to Conversations Different, a podcast from the Santa Fe New Mexican about interesting people, places, and issues of northern New Mexico. This week, we are really lucky to talk to people about the upcoming International Folk Art Market. With us are Stacey, Edgar, and Helena Ribe to discuss what's going to be happening at this very popular event. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having us.
We're so glad you're here. With all the news about tariffs and visa problems, sometimes you start thinking, how is the folk art market going to come off? And tell us, Stacey, what's going on this year?
Yeah, we certainly have had some nervous moments over the past 2 years as we've seen a lot of things shift in tariffs and visas and changes with visa bans and visa bonds. But I am thrilled to say that IFAM is really having a great year in response with visas. We're really, really lucky to have the support of Senator Heinrich's office, of Congresswoman Ledger Fernandez, and also to have an amazing immigration attorney who helps us pro bono, Rebecca Kitson. And so we've really actually had better visa success than sometimes we do. Every year there's about 10 artists who, for whatever reason, are invited to participate but can't attend. And often that's visa challenges. And so we're faring under that number at the moment. So we're really quite pleased.
Oh, that's exciting because, part of the fun of the market is seeing all the different countries, and the more variety and the wider variety you get, the better off the people who go to look are.
Absolutely. I just think the incredible diversity of art and cultures that are represented is what makes this market really special. And I know that that's what has Helena's heart as well. That's really why she's here and chairs for us.
Yeah. Helena, talk about your participation in the market as a member of the board and the chair. You must really care a lot to work like that, because that's a lot of time and effort on your part.
Yes, I absolutely love it. For me, it's a real high to see all the artists coming to Santa Fe, and especially the day before the market starts when they do the parade in the Railyard. It's an amazing community event. They all come in the train, they get out, and they line up by alphabetic order with their flags and their costumes. And all that Railyard area is full of people from Santa Fe. They all say, we are so happy to be here and see the artists from all over the world here. And the artists feel the same way. When they are lining up, I love to see them kind of dancing and preparing, especially the women from Peru that have those cute hats and the great outfits. And they move their feet with a nice rhythm, and then everybody starts cheering and very happy. Last year, I was in the stage with Stacey and Teresa, and everyone came and they wanted to say hello to everyone. We took great photos. It's a special day for everyone. Yes. I see the flags flowing, and I think we are the world. We are united all here in Santa Fe. It's a terrific experience.
That's right. That's the slogan was always, the world comes to Santa Fe. And it's true on that day. That makes sense. Stacey, for people who haven't been to a folk art market or don't know what IFAM is, just tell them exactly what you are.
Absolutely. Yeah, the International Folk Art Market has been around since 2004. So this is our 22nd year. And we host an annual market where, like we said, we bring over 150 or around 150 artists from over 50 countries in from around the world to showcase their art. The mission of the folk art market is really to create economic opportunities for and with folk artists around the world who really act as social entrepreneurs and catalysts of change in their community. We have seen just amazing things happen from participation in this market. In fact, I think last year's average booth sales was around 22,000 per booth, which in a lot of countries, that is a really, really, great showing at the market. And I love saying we actually had a couple people over $100,000 last year, the impact on those communities. But the impact is really huge because of the number of people that these artists who you meet in Santa Fe employ. So like I said, last year I think we had 142 artist booths, and that 142 booths employed 10,000 people. And the same is true of this year. When artists apply to the market, we ask them how many people they employ, how their businesses work, what is their business model? Are they a cooperative, a family group? And so that impact, you might meet, 100 booths or get around to, maybe you get to all of them. You've met 148 artists this year, but really you've touched the lives of 10,000 makers around the world. And then triple that, we find that in some places, one person is responsible for almost 8 people or help support 8 people in that community. So the ripple effect is really, really huge.
That's really encouraging to hear, because in so many communities around the world, you don't have a way to make a living. And Helena, that seems to me so important, is that this provides, a lot of women, especially, a way to live in their village, live in their town, and still feed their families and educate their children.
Yes, the impact in their communities and their personal lives is amazing. And also we see when they come back, every year they do better because they learn what are the kinds of things that people here will buy. I have had the opportunity to visit many artists in their village, in their town, and the experience is incredible. The artists from Cuba come to mind. They live in the eastern part of Cuba, which is the poorest part of the country, and they are the ones that come are 2, but the artists that work, as Stacey said, are many more. And they have created all kinds of opportunities in their little village. They have a school for the children, so they learn how to draw the art and they come together. They also have a gallery in town where they sell art and when artists come. And all of this is because of their presence at IFAM. It changes their world. And I can name the same impact in other countries. The same in Uzbekistan is wonderful. When you are walking in the streets of Tashkent, the main capital, they say, "Are you from Santa Fe? We love Santa Fe." We feel like celebrities because they really value their experience of being here. Another amazing experience is we do a training, especially for the first-time artists, the first day before the market. So we brief them on what to expect, what to do, how to tell their story. And I have been a volunteer with those artists every year because I speak Spanish. I grew up in Colombia. So I'm able to connect with them directly. And when they come in the morning, they are sitting at the table looking a little anxious. And by the end of the day, they are all smiling. They met other people. They know that there are volunteers that are supporting them. They know what to expect. So it's a round-around experience, both in their communities and in their lives, and in the Santa Fe community as well, because we also have a huge impact in town, especially now in the Railyard. People can walk around, they can go and have a meal in the restaurant next door, and people come in the train from Albuquerque, and everybody is always happy to attend and share the experience, meet and talk with the artists and hear their stories.
Oh, that is true. And I think what's fascinating is when you think about Santa Fe as a diverse place, but we sometimes can forget how diverse the world is, Stacey, because let's say you're a little kid growing up in Santa Fe and you know the different cultures here, but all of a sudden you're exposed to the globe.
Absolutely. And I think one of the really coolest things that we've implemented since I've been here, our first year was 2024, is a community day, so that anyone who wants to come, there's no barrier to coming and experiencing the market. We have a free community day sponsored by New Mexico True. And on that day, if you are a little kid who might not, know your map of the world yet, we actually have an amazing passport program. So kids and families can come, get a passport, and go talk to the artists, hear about their countries, their cultures. All the artists have little flag stamps of their country, and kids can go around, and it gives a really great opportunity to learn, to connect, and the artists absolutely love it, right? Like, get out of the way, customers. Today is for the kids and passports. So I think, we're really, really lucky that we do live in such an amazing community that shares our love for people all around the world and really welcomes them with open arms.
Oh, on that note, we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment with more Conversations Different.
We make renewable doable. We're positive energy solar for a cleaner, brighter future for all. Positive energy's the right call. Feel good about your energy bill. Help save the planet too. Your trusted solar company, working hard for you. Generate positive energy. Positive energy solar.
We are back with Conversations Different, talking about this year's International Folk Art Market in Santa Fe. Stacey, tell us when it is, where, and what we might expect that's new this year.
Absolutely. Important information. The market this year is happening July 9th to the 12th. It opens up with our opening night celebration for donors on Thursday night, and then opens to the public early bird at 8 a.m. That's a super popular time on Friday morning. We also have Saturday night market, 6 to 9 on Saturday night, which is a really fun vibe. And then our Sunday community day. It's in Railyard Park, so right in the heart of Santa Fe. And we partner with Santa Fe Trails. So if you need to grab a shuttle or you want to park at South Capitol lot, we'll get you to the market really easily. Like Elena said, you can also take the train from Albuquerque. But some really fun things are going on this year. One thing that we've done in partnership with Sky Cinema is to really bring back our speaker series in full. So we will have 6 IFAM insider talks happening. If you need a little break from the market to get into the air conditioning, you can pop over to Sky Cinema. We've got some amazing speakers like Sonika Sarna, who is from India and has come up with a really interesting impact calculator so that artists and consumers can really know the impact of these handmade products. We have one of our fabulous board members, Rodman Premack, who is an interior designer. He was, in fact, one of the Architectural Digest 100 last year. And he'll be talking about how to decorate your home with folk art. So that's exciting. We've also expanded our demo program in the Artist Demo Circle, where you can do hands-on maker activities. Paseo Pottery and Amy Danette Deal from For Kinship will be there leading hands-on activities, as well as IFAM artists doing demos. So lots of fun, interactive things to do this year.
Oh, that's good. That makes it more than a shopping trip. It's an experience. Yes. And I think that's really important. Will there be any music or anything, food or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. We have got all the music and all the food. In fact, we'll open it up Thursday night with a band for Thursday night market. We'll also have a band Saturday night, but we'll have our busker musicians, Akeem, our African drumming group, as well as marimba players. I think you call that flautists, people playing the flute, going through with the Peruvian flute. So we've got music happening food, we have great international food vendors, including, some of the community favorites like Jumbo and NAF. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Platero fry bread, as well as just some quick refreshers, paletas, and let's see what else. Freshies juice. So lots and lots of ways to stay refreshed. This year, too, we're going to have a cooling station, which is kind of exciting. So down at the far end of the market, if you need a little break before you head back up, we'll have a little spot for you to take an air-conditioned break.
Oh, I like that because, Helena, one of the things we know is that it gets very hot in July and there's not always enough shade in the rail yard. So I know people like to be able to cool down, and there's usually water stations. So you bring your own bottle and fill it up and stay hydrated.
Yes, last year the water stations were everywhere. And the water was not just water, it was cold water.
Oh,
So,
that's the best. That's important.
and I understand this year we have more chairs in these areas that are shaded so people can take a break as well. When you talked about the music, I wanted to remind us of the dancing. There are lots of people dancing as well on that Saturday night. It's a lot of fun. Yes.
That's good. One of the things you were talking about in the break is the importance of volunteers. And I think that's another way that the different parts of the world come together, because you have all the people in Santa Fe who give up their time to help at the booths or do the different things. Why do you think so many people volunteer, Elena?
It's just they love being with the artists, learning from the artists. Santa Fe is an area that attracts people that have traveled worldwide and lived, like they have been Peace Corps volunteers. I understand that this year there is a reunion of Peace Corps volunteers, and they planned it to coincide with the time of the Folk Art Market. So we will have lots of them here. It's just really exciting to see how the people that work with artists, they develop lifelong friendships with them. Sometimes the artists come the second year and they have a place where to stay because they are invited to stay at the home of people. They bring them food. After they finish the market, they take them shopping. They love to go to Walmart or Target to take things home. It's a wonderful experience to see everyone. I don't remember the number, but it's something like 2,000 volunteers or so.
1,500 volunteers. Yeah. And we have 42 different teams, 42 different volunteer team leaders, so interpreters, hospitality, water team. There's just so many ways for people to get involved. And our volunteers are also some of our most diehard collectors of folk art. And so they're also amazing shoppers and friends to the artists. So it's just so, and people actually fly in from across the country to volunteer, which is really heartening.
Yes. One fun thing that volunteers do every year is they decorate the T-shirts. Every year is a surprise. Which color and which pattern will the T-shirt have? And they just spend Thursday evening just cutting and painting. And there are people that collect these T-shirts that have had for the 21 years, and they show them off. It's a real fun thing to see as well. And actually, I observed in the literary festival, some people were starting to copy us. They were starting to their T-shirts too. Yes.
I tell you, well, a lot of the volunteers go back and forth, so I'm sure they take your best practices with them. Yeah.
And one thing, an additional story is that the artists themselves, I have interviewed them many times, and they say, we love that Americans like us. They support us. They want to learn about our countries and our lives experiences. So it also impacts the artists, not only in their sales and life changes, but also in how they understand the U.S. and the American people that love people from all over the world.
And also, sorry.
No,
And
go,
also
go.
love art. I was sharing, last year when we were on the artist train coming into the community celebration, it's such a surprise for new artists because we take them about halfway out to Lamy. Sky Railways just generously donates a ride for the artist. And we pull back in, and there's a huge crowd waiting to greet them, waving flags. An artist I was standing next to who was new was almost in tears. He said, "Are they here for us? Are they cheering for us?" I feel like a sports star. I've never seen people cheer for artists. So it's really heartening in so many ways.
Yeah. And without getting into politics, Stacey, it seems as though the world could use better understanding among people. So even if our governments aren't getting along or speaking to each other, our citizens can talk and maybe form bonds that will be useful.
And I think that is such a great point, Inez, because IFAM is really about person to person diplomacy, right? The friendships and the understanding and the extreme care that people around the world have for us and that we have for them is demonstrated in this weekend. When you see the world in a weekend, when you know someone who's affected by something that you're seeing on the news every day, it really makes you both aware and care and want to make sure that the world knows we care about them. I have a story. Lesia Pona, who is from the Ukraine, was making me a special jacket. She had a great jacket last year at the market that she only had one of, and it was gone. And she said, "Oh, I'll embroider you one." Well, she was making my jacket when she was in a bomb shelter being bombed and wrote to me that it was going to be a little bit slower getting it to me. I'm like, "Lesia, please do not worry about anything like that at the moment. Please take care." And she said, "But this is how I escape what's happening. I focus on my art, and it takes me back to my center and who I am and what matters to me." And so we all need to know that what these artists are going through in many places around the world is difficult, but this is something that brings them such joy and such hope. So yeah, it's an important event in my.
And another story is about the women in Afghanistan. They cannot do much these days. They always have to be covered and be home. And they say that their embroidery, to be able to put in that textile their story, is the main way that they have to have a voice.
Oh.
And it's just heartbreaking to hear that, and it really makes a difference for them. Not just that they feel self-empowered because they can do that, but also they receive some resources that help them support themselves and their girls that are not able to go to school as much as they could before. Yeah.
Oh. On that note, we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment with more Conversations Different.
This is Patrick Dorsey, publisher of the Santa Fe New Mexican. Looking to reach a wider audience and grow your business? For 175 years, the Santa Fe New Mexican has been the trusted voice of Santa Fe, with unmatched local reach in print and online. In addition to our long-standing, independent, family-owned newspaper, we have a full-fledged marketing team with the expertise to help you succeed in the 21st century. From traditional print to precision-targeted digital advertising, we have the tools to connect you with your ideal customers. Partner with us and see the results for yourself. Advertise with the Santa Fe New Mexican and unlock your business's full potential. Visit us at santafenewmexican.com/advertising or call us at 505-995-3852. Thank you.
We are back with Conversations Different, talking to Stacey and Helena from the International Folk Art Market. Stacey, why don't you tell us how people can sign up to go and get tickets?
You're able to reserve your tickets for Friday, early bird, all of the market sessions Friday, Saturday, but also get your Sunday market tickets, because while the market is free and open to the public on Sunday, you do need to reserve a ticket. Now, we do have a box office, and so you can buy a ticket at the market, but we can't promise that if you come at a busy time that there will be tickets available. The best times to come, if you do kind of want to play it by ear, are afternoons. Our morning tickets are usually sold out, and our early bird session and 10 o'clock session on Friday mornings are selling fast.
One of the brilliant things about Folk Art Market, I've always thought, is that you get people to pay to go shop, And I think that just shows you the value of the experience.
And I will say that I want to make sure people know that, yes, while you do buy a ticket, what you're buying when you buy a ticket to IFAM is you are really underwriting the cost to be able to put on this market. Yep. What people don't know is that by building basically a tent city in Railyard Park every year, that comes at a pretty hefty cost. The tents alone are about $300,000. And if we had to charge the artists per booth, the real cost, it'd be about $6,700 per artist for their booth and space and the tables and the workers that we have. And so that $25 ticket really goes a long way to make it possible to not have to pass those kinds of fees onto the artist community.
Makes sense. Helena, you've obviously been involved with the market for a long time. What do you tell someone who's going for the first time? How do you get the most out of your experience so that you really enjoy it and take home memories?
I tell them the artist stories and how you make a difference in an artist's life by getting their art, by having the opportunity to speak with them. I also say when I buy something, I'm not buying a piece of something. I'm just buying the story that the artist is telling. And I feel that I'm making a difference in their life. I also tell them how fun it is. I mean, would you see a lot of people enjoying themselves? There is the music, the food, just the being around as though you are in the world, bringing the world to Santa Fe. And I notice these days, people are really excited. All my friends are asking me, well, how are getting the tickets? How do I go there? Where do I park? And I say, there is no problem parking, actually. It's a lot easier to park around the rail yard than around the plaza when we have Indian market. People don't need to be encouraged. They are just excited to come. And that the artist stories is what attracts everyone to be there.
Yeah. And Stacey, one of the things I think about too, when you buy a piece of handmade art, is you're buying the skill that they have, but it's a skill that usually goes back centuries. So you're getting the knowledge of a culture and a people and allowing it to stay in this world, and they don't have to go, somewhere else to make a living.
Yeah, I think that's such an important point, right? There's this just energy that lives in these products. And so they're not only beautiful and they're not only possibly making a difference in this community, but there's something for you. There's something really special in holding this piece of heritage, this craft or technique that's been passed down through generations, and really keeping that alive, as well as creating your own connection with that thing. I think that's the thing. We have a lot of things in our lives that don't bring us all that much joy and don't make us feel connected. And anytime I look at the folk art that I've collected, even, jewelry, clothing, to the way I've decorated my home, it really connects me with those people, with that memory, with that moment, with that culture. And I think that's something that the handmade does that nothing else that we can buy can do for us.
No, that's so true. And I know during the pandemic, when we were working at home, part of the reason I had such a good time being at home is that over the years, I've collected different pieces of art. And if I didn't feel good about something, I could go look at them and I'd feel better. And it's amazing. And you remember the moment you bought it too.
Yes.
And the discussion you had with the artist. I mean, that's, I think, Helena, talking about the stories that people have, you have a connection with that person and with their family, don't you?
Yes, it's a very strong connection, and it grows over the years. With the Florencia, an artist from Mexico who makes the beautiful lacquer boxes with flowers. She loves every year when she comes back and she tells the stories. She was here one year teaching. We also do workshops during the year at the IFAM office, and people go to learn how to make the art. So yeah, but I have so many. It's a problem because there are many artists that I am connected with. For me, it's like a wonderful addiction to have. For my work, I used to travel all over the world, and I don't do it so much anymore. So I just do it in Santa Fe. I connect with the people, and I feel that that's a long-lasting friendship. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. And it's true. And Stacey, is there anything in particular, any new artists that you think is really noteworthy, or any returning artists that people should check out? Just some tips for what we should look at to really enjoy ourselves.
Yes. Well, I want to say that our beloved Nilda from Sincheros, Peru, and CTTC, her cooperative, is celebrating their 30th anniversary as a cooperative at IFAM this summer. So
wow.
They have been involved with the market almost since the start. And I know, Nilda is very beloved in our community. And so I want everybody to stop by her booth and wish her a happy 30th anniversary. I was just with her in Peru in April, and the immense impact that she has, employing over 300 women across rural Peru is incredible. But I'm also really excited about some of our new artists. We have a new artist, Haditha Craft from Kenya. They make handmade, colorful sisal baskets, but they also employ 1,800 women, and they're featured in a film that will be screening at Sky Cinema on Sunday, Handmade Futures. So I think it's really fun to be able to see a little bit of their story in the film, and then also see their products in the booth. Tampa Uma from Peru is an amazing new jewelry artist. And they were actually supposed to be a new artist last year and weren't able to get their visa until during the market last year. So we invited them back, and I know everyone has been anticipating their arrival. So we're really excited to see some of the new art that's coming this year.
Oh, that is exciting. I know that in the past years when I've gone, what really is amazing is just the variety. You have the textiles, you have the embroidery, you have jewelry, then you have the beautiful santos and different things from South America, and the French ceramicists, if they're there this year. I mean, just such an incredible, eclectic mix of beautiful pieces to examine.
Yes, there's definitely something for everyone, and really for every price point, right? Yeah. So yes, we have gorgeous, silk rugs from Uzbekistan, but we also have small bird whistles from Romania, right? There's something for everyone of every age.
Yeah. Yeah, the first year I went to market, I think everyone in our family got some of the Chinese paperwork as bookmarks. That was like my Christmas present, in addition to other things. But it was just, the work was so beautiful and so delicate. I couldn't leave without it. And those were very reasonably priced.
Yes. There is Maki, the artist from Japan. She comes, and they have been working on saving the art of the silk and all that tradition that they have in Japan. And she comes with her mom that doesn't speak any English, and they are so close together. And now her son comes too, and she's amazing. How I was trying on some of the coats last year in their booth, and he was the salesman that was so proud of working with her grandma and her mother in the same booth. It's wonderful to see that the generations also, how they are working to sustain the culture, and that the son is doing the same thing that her grandma is doing. It's very special. Yeah.
Those family traditions are what really make the market And it's the same with Indian market and Spanish market. There's that commonality of families and this culture that you're trying to preserve.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we call it. We support living traditions as well to make sure that they stay alive, but also recognizing that they evolve. I mean, and we have a lot more upcycling now. People that are using materials that otherwise would be at the bottom of the ocean, and they are making into beautiful shirts. I wear my blouses from Ashita from India, and everybody asks me, where did you get that blouse? So I tell them, I'm a perfect advertisement. Go to IFAM. She will be there.
Nice. And on that note, it's been another Conversations Different. We'll be back next week. Thank you for listening to Conversations Different, hosted by me, Inez Russell Gomez, editorial page editor for the Santa Fe New Mexican. Our weekly episodes would not be possible without your support. We hope you enjoy them and keep listening. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Consider signing up for our newsletter so you never miss an episode, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the Santa Fe New Mexican. Our podcast is available by visiting our website, santafenewmexican.com/podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Conversations Different with Inez Russell Gomez is produced by Matt Dalside and Ernesto Cisneros, published by the Santa Fe New Mexican, a local and independent newspaper owned by Robin Martin.